You start talking with a few people from Modine's the other day. Welcome to the show, everyone. We have a triple threat match of comedic proportions all the way from Letterkenny. We have Jacob Tierney.
Wanna be close to Christ and wine.
Lisa Codrington.
White boy, give me some of that brown butter pumpkin yucky nut.
And Trevor Wilson.
Juicy or just see me.
Welcome to the show, everyone.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Hi, thanks for having us here.
I guess starting with Jacob, how long can it take to get such a wonderful, great dry take when so many of these jokes are outrageously funny?
It can be a challenge. I won't lie to you. We've had our challenges, but luckily it's a gang of pros, very, very capable cast, and people are prepared. But I mean, there are times the person who breaks the most and fucks things up the most is Jared Kiso.
Give me some Papa number.
So when the captain of your ship is the one who keeps ripping the sail down, the rest of you feel like you can keep going.
That is good. And this question is for Trevor. So I watched your amazing stand-up set all on poop. And when you're writing, no, it was wonderful. And I was wondering, when you're writing your sets and jokes, what do you take to Letterkenny from your actual writing and creativity?
Every once in a while, like a joke of mine for my stand-up has been quoted by Kiso in the show. Once in a while, I get a call from Jared being like, hey, I want to make a joke about this. Can we work it into the show? And we do have a long-running gag of Squirrelly Dan sort of liking my stand-up comedy, the self-referential stuff we've done. But, I mean, I really just coming from a comedy background, just, the pacing of the show is so very different from what I do on stage. It's really just, knowing how to sell the jokes that are on the paper. I'm lucky that people find me funny when I say things. So that's all I bring for my stand-up is I'm kind of funny when I talk.
Not funny, Trevor, it's true. You do.
The rest of it is the writing on the show. I mean, I don't write on the show. I just act, and I'm quite happy to do it.
And Lisa, Gail is my spirit animal in life.
I'm asking for $5K for 69% of my company.
Why 69?
Both sides benefit.
Good enough.
Like she is my spirit animal. So I have to ask, how do you get into character for each episode, and when will we get a criminologist episode out of Gail?
A criminologist episode? Like Gail's a criminologist?
Yeah, secretly.
Oh, okay. I don't know. You'll have to talk to Jacob and Jared about that. But I think she's got a really fun costume, like really great motorcycle boots and great earrings. And I think kind of like once you put those on, it's so hard to lift my feet that you just can't help but kind of move your hips a bit. It just kind of, I don't know. I feel like there's like a movement to her that kind of helps me get to it. But
treated you like the Disney animals, like we're nailing your feet to the ground, the way Walt Disney used to do with the deer.
Oh my gosh!
This makes you do all kinds of.
Yeah.
Are there any sexual innuendos, Lisa, that are like your top two or top one that you like to do?
Oh my gosh, they're all so wild and great. I mean, lots of times when I'm figuring it out, I have to like go to Urban Dictionary because I'm like, I do not know what she's saying right now. But I don't know. There's so many that are good. I think in the first season she had a lot of great ones. I can't remember any right now, but
there's one you either screamed at me or at Tyler that I didn't even understand. You had to explain it to me afterwards. The Hot Pocket.
I remember from the episode when she went off on Stewart.
Yes.
That was a classic.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm going to put you in my Hot Pocket or make you a Hot Pocket. That was pretty fun.
There was something about a Hot Pocket, and I found it genuinely confusing. I was trying to think about body parts, and I was like, what's happening? What would that be?
Yeah.
So Jacob, I first saw you in 1993 in Josh and Sam.
That time came early.
Last time I signed, I left a $50 tip.
I loved it.
You're the one.
And what did you take from Josh and Sam that you have brought to Letterkenny?
Nothing, man. Nothing. I took I had my 13th birthday at the Great Salt Lake. That's what I take. Josh and Sam was a lovely experience for me. You know, I worked a lot as a kid. And working as a kid, I think, gave me a good work ethic. I work hard. You know, when you're a kid, you have to, because no one wants to wait around for you. But I can't think of a specific thing I took from Josh and Sam. I faked driving a car. I learned how to fake drive a car. Maybe I took that.
Awesome. And tell me, I'm gonna wrap this up. There's telling me, but for each of you, you're such purveyors of comedy and cinema in this realm, and you've become like icons in comedy and television. Are there any particular scenes in film that have always stuck with you, whether it be hilariously funny or very emotional, that you bring to your craft?
I will say there's an actor that does it for me, that always has, and it's Kevin Kline.
I heard moaning. I was worried.
I was faking it, you stupid jerk.
Don't ever call me stupid. And I'm not jealous.
Then leave.
Okay. It's a nice place.
When I think of like how the kind of comedy that I like the most, it's like if I think of Kevin Kline in A Fish Called Wanda, or Kevin Kline in Soap Dish, or something like that, he commits in a way that is, and never goes for a joke. He just commits to a moment. And I think it's why he's one of the funniest people. Everything he does in A Fish Called Wanda is a work of art.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'll say him.
For me, John Candy was my biggest influence as an actor getting into it. And I always think of his scene in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles when Mike McKeon, as the highway officer, has pulled him over in that dilapidated wreck of a car, and he's going through all the things that are wrong with it. And this Candy, yeah, but the radio still works.
Do you feel this vehicle is safe for highway travel?
Yes, I do. Yes, I really do. I believe that. I know it's not pretty to look at, but it'll get you where you want to go.
Now, you got no outside mirror.
No, we lost that.
You have no functioning gauges.
No, not a one. However, the radio still works. Funny as that may seem, with all this mess, that the radio is the only thing that's really working good, and it's as clear as a bell. Don't ask me how.
This the eternal optimist. I've always loved eternal optimist characters, and also just like sometimes a pause, sometimes not saying anything can get you the biggest laugh. And it's not, there's a time to speak and there's a time to just react. With that Jack Benny thing, sometimes you just throw a look instead of saying anything at all.
Awesome. What about you, Lisa?
I can't think of anything specific, but I think like the thing that I watched lately, I just sort of think the last thing I watched was like, I can't remember exactly the name, but on HBO, the Black Lady sketch show, which I thought was so much fun. I just love watching comedy and just watching people.
Well, sometimes I wish I was not a bad bitch all the time. Like sometimes I wish I was just an okay bitch.
I like physical comedy a lot, and just watching a group of people make jokes and play is that's it for me.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining me. This was amazing. Congratulations, Mazel Tov, on season 9, and hope for 30 more seasons.
Bye. Thank you.